I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.
Greetings and salutations. This just came across my desk. You know, um, I saw this a little bit this morning as well, and I'm gonna talk about it. Yes, I'm gonna talk about this because this notion that I'm gonna tell you what really frustrates me. Right? What really frustrates me is this line of thinking. I'm gonna ask how. No, a lot of people who are in this space, people like MOT, Man of Tomorrow, shout out to him. Some people who are um, the Black Brain Trust, Mr. Research. There are many people in this space who've been here for a very long time. At one point or another, and you know what? I'm gonna speak for myself, right? I'm gonna speak for myself on this because I'll let any of these men speak for themselves, but let me speak for myself, right? Um, are very I have very I've shown very angst, right? How we are being told every day about white supremacy. Okay. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting ahead of myself real quick. So let me play, and this happened, this had a lot of views. It's Candace Owens, and Candace Owens trying to get her black card back. She's trying to get her black card back. But let's play what she said when she was talking to this. I think this person is Israeli or Jewish person, and she made this statement. And I'm no. Let me tell you why I have a problem with what she said.
Black people. It is the ungovernability of Black people that you can bank on. I'm like, we're going to save this nation because, as you can see, we have this. For some reason, there's just something within us that we're just like, no, actually. When they bring out the droids and they're going to take out the robots and they're going to be like, okay, we're going to control everything that you do and monitor you. Who was the number one group that was not getting that vaccine? You're welcome. Yes. You are so welcome that you can always bank on the ungovernability of Black people, because at the end of the day, we're like wired toward freedom, and we'll be like, okay, you're doing too much, government. Whoa. We're not getting that vaccine. They were like, we'll buy you Nikes, we'll buy you ice cream, we'll get you tickets to see DJ this or whatever. And Black America was like, not doing that.
Let me keep going. Let me keep.
Well, you know, Egyptians were practically African.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly.
So we will be with you.
That's what I'm saying.
To take us with you.
Yeah, it's you can bank on that.
I have a problem. And I'm gonna say this again. You know, you got people like Mr. Research, the Black Brain Trust, Mike V, Man of Tomorrow, myself. And again, like I said, you know, we try to steer the conversation away from the issue of dating and relationships. You can have a 5-hour, 8-hour, and 18-hour live stream about relationships. But if somebody tells you how to fix a car, only 15 people will show up on a live stream. You can do a live stream on farming. Only 5 people will show up. But that we are still a part of people who come online every day talking about white supremacy and how the black woman won't let you lead and how black men are savages. You know, black men are you know, bullet bags and so forth. When it comes time to solve your own issues, and when people say, oh, because you're ungovernable and you're going to save America, I doubt it. It's going to be a few of us, right? It's not going to be the entire group. It's going to be a few of us. And when I say the few, I want you to understand it's not going to be according to a race. It's not going to be according to a geographical location. It's not going to be a religion. It's only going to be a few people whose mindset is not of the sheep. See, too many people around here in this country are sheep. And y'all talking about relationships. You can go on 5 channels. And when I say you can go on the Anton channel, a DJ Hamp's channel, a DJ Witch Doctor's channel. You can go on a Sharon's channel. I'm naming names. You can go to, let me see, what's another channel? I'm sure there's, you can go, Izzy's. You know what? Let me see. There's a few other names here and there. The Peef. You know, I can name all these these big major black channel holder channels with live streams, and it's always about relationships. But yet, Candace Owens sitting there talking about black people can save America. Now, if we take black social media as a microcosm, if we're going to judge solely by the social media algorithms and such, my answer to Candace Owens is no. And it seems like we've been programmed to think about sex first. And we're relegated to, I remember we had this conversation with somebody. I'm trying to remember who it was. He thinks this one particular person thinks that white supremacy is going to be destroyed because the black man's phallus and how white women gravitate towards. Oh, it was BGS. I think, yeah, it was BGS thought that, black men are going to absorb white single women, and those white single females are going to gravitate towards the lonely black men, and they're going to procreate, and white supremacy, the white supremacy structure will fall. And I'm sitting there like, man, you SYSBM Negroes, y'all can't take a hint. You really think that's going to solve things? You think sex is going to solve everything? Sex should be the last thing. If we're going to talk about changing society, sex and dating should be the last thing that should be on people's mind. Women don't date. The reason why a lot of you Negroes who are MGTOW and SYSBM and passport bros, y'all, the thing is, y'all don't want to solve the problem. Y'all rather run. That's my major problem with the red pill, these so-called men spaces, because y'all like to run. Y'all want to address the educational gap, why men's education has fallen. Y'all want to address, and this also goes to the Crank Lucas as well, because Crank Lucas is on this SBE crap as well. You trying to trying to dig up, and when I say dig up, I mean, try to not let Kevin Samuels rest. Kevin Samuels been dead. Well, it'll be 4 years in May. It'll be 4 years on Cinco de Mayo of 2026 will be the 4th year that Kevin Samuels closed his eyes for the last time. And y'all think Kevin Samuels was on the same level as Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. A lot of you, if this was the 50s and 60s and before that, y'all wouldn't even be wouldn't be able to wipe these men's feet, these women's feet who march. Y'all wouldn't be man enough or woman enough to sit there and advocate for your civil rights, your humanity. I bet you they wouldn't even allow you to do that to them. They'll look at you as, oh, we fought for this. 50 years later, they're going to ask, wait a minute, hold on, we fought for this. We fought for you Negroes to come online for having these 8, 10, 12, 16, 24-hour live streams so you can sit there and talk about and demigrate y'all selves. Really? So y'all can shame, blame, and explain? And some of y'all, I'm talking about the men now, you men disgust me. Y'all rather vote for a fascist because you're mad at her. You mad at Brenda. You mad at Keisha. You mad at Kim right there. You mad at some high school date. You mad at your baby mama. Well, no. Nobody should suffer fascism because you got a problem with your baby mama. That's your personal responsibility. Not Big J's, because I make sure my nose is clean. You should have thought about having your nose clean before you stuck your dick in any of these women. And now we got people like Candace Owens who take black men's failures and then she makes money off of black men's pain and dead bodies of black people. Now all of a sudden, now she wants to, now since white men, white conservatives, since Charlie Kirk's no longer around, now since Turning Point USA and Craig Breger U no longer finance Candace Owens, now all of a sudden she wants her black card back by saying Black America will save America. No, it won't. And let me say something too. Because of black social media, we come online complain about white supremacy. We talk about what the white man done nonstop while bashing our own women and bashing our own men, quote unquote. Y'all do this while at the same time, while y'all mentality and concepts is similar to what white supremacists do. And it's like what Aaron Fountain said a couple of years ago. Dr. Fountain said black YouTube is anti-black. He said that on his channel. I even agree with him with that wholeheartedly. Black YouTube, black social media is actually anti-black. How many times we have to hear dating and relationship talk while at the same time you're complaining about white supremacy? No, the dating relationship talk only enhances negative stereotypes, negative concepts, and stereotypes about the black man. The black man have always thought of as being a brute, a mindless, sex-crazed brute. For the past 500 years, we've been thought of this. And then every time when you open up a YouTube channel or a Twitter account, it's always some black man complaining about what a woman ain't doing, what a white woman, a black woman, an Asian woman is or is not doing. And always had to contend about sex. You just proven, or no, scratch that. Proven is not the word. Proven should not be the word. That's the wrong word. You're validating what Birth of the Nation That 1915 movie, the movie from 1950 called Birth of a Nation. You proven that movie right. If you ever watch that movie, and I watched that movie a couple times. At first, though, I recoil at the images that this movie put out. But y'all validate in that movie. Y'all validate what's going on in that movie. First thing black men gain power. First order of business is it's not about taxes. It's not about laws, changing laws, or giving people freedom. The first thing comes on to the, and put in quotations, the black men's in leadership is controlling or attaining sex from women. That's, if you ever watch that movie, Birth of the Nation, it showed the image of the black people who took control of the state government of the South. First thing coming over is, oh, women. Let's lust after women. No. I don't believe that black America will save America itself. No, it's going to take people to save America. It's going to take righteous individuals, smart people, and people who had foresight. The problem is, people who got foresight are not sought after. Those who have foresight are not people who y'all support. Y'all not supporting the Black Brain Trust. Y'all not supporting Mike V. Y'all not supporting Man of Tomorrow. Even though Man of Tomorrow got more subs than Sharon. Yes. Man of Tomorrow, shout out to him. He got more subs than Sharon Bracey. Yet, y'all said I'm jealous. Yet people said we're jealous of Sharon Bracey. When Man of Tomorrow got 2 times the sub count, 2.5 times more subs than Sharon. Bomb, Cherry, since you want to lie on that. But anyway, back to the point. But see, it's very embarrassing, right? It's very embarrassing how y'all refuse to grasp the concept when people lay things out in front of you. And let's talk about the live stream I did this morning. And shout out to Nagome 11. Okay? Shout out to Nagome. I know Nagome for a very long time. We've been here for 10 years on here. You know what? I forgot what I was about to say. There's so many things I want to say, but I don't know how to articulate what I really want to say. When Nagome 11 was on my chat room, and there was a conversation, there was a discussion in the chat room, and I don't like how some men are followers of other men. Y'all complain about white supremacy, how white supremacy will degrade you as a man, will degrade you as a human being. But then make an argument that sounds like the very people that you oppose. The people who are Somalis are not illegal. You know why they're not illegal? Because the 1945 United Nations Treaty said they're not illegal because they seek asylum. So to put these Somalis and put the Venezuelans and the Mexicans under the as the same as those who are illegally crossing the border and try to make those. No, you're doing the same thing that white supremacy does, because you trying to create the narrative that these people are taking away your jobs, taking away your funds, taking away your grub. What jobs did they have that took away from you? So I like to ask these same people, right, who complain about illegals, who complain about these migrants, what job they have that was taken from you. See, I like to ask this question: who in here picking lettuce? Who's picking tomatoes? Who's picking carrots? Who's picking onions? Who is out here picking watermelon? Who's out here picking, all these apples and bananas? See, some of y'all don't work in the agricultural field. See, a lot of y'all don't work in an agricultural field. Most of y'all are in the inner city and y'all don't know jack shit about. So once these illegals leave and these migrants leave and these quote unquote foreigners leave now, and some of y'all trying to change the meaning of the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment is the 14th Amendment. But the problem is a lot of y'all want Tariq Nasheed and Yvette Carnell and try to create a narrative trying to misinform people about the 14th Amendment. The 14th Amendment implies to anybody who is born within the jurisdictions of the United States. Not just black people. Not just us. Even the author who wrote the 14th Amendment applied. It's not just black people. It goes for anybody who's born within, including the Native Americans, because Charles Curtis. Let me say it again. Charles Curtis was the first non-white vice president of the United States. And Charles Curtis became vice president in 1929 under President Herbert Hoover. He wouldn't be a citizen without if the 14th Amendment did not exist. He wouldn't be counted as a citizen if the 14th Amendment did not exist. It's sad that the people of the Black Brain Trust are not getting the flowers that they deserve. Mike V and the Gone are not getting the flowers that they deserve. That's why people start. That's why MOT, shout to MOT, used the phrase Delta November. Delta November is not a NATO military quote unquote term like do nothing. That's not Delta. When that term Delta November is being said, no, we're saying you niggas are dumb. Delta means dumb. November means nigga. Y'all some dumb niggas. in this space. A lot of you are, because you think everything is attached to what your penis is not entering. Your politics is based upon the sexual access you or you're not receiving. That's why I have such a disdain for a lot of you in this space. First thing come out your mouth is SBE. Shame, blame, explain what the black woman ain't doing. Who cares? Let me tell you something. I'm past the age of 40. I can care less what women are saying about black men. Unless you are an enemy and you're trying to undermine me on some personal, unless you like those divestors who done a lot of heinous shit. Or those BWE women who try to talk about how they want black men, like that nurse out there who talking about she want black men to die and she's a nurse. That part I understand. But when it comes to the dating relationship talk, I can care less. I'm past 40. I'm past my prime. Some of you past your prime. Some of y'all 50, 60 years old. Why are you still worried about why are you still talking about women when you're 50, 60, 70 years old in this space? Clinton Powell got no business talking about, I first found love at age 70. You should have kept that to, Clinton Powell should have kept that to himself. You know what? That's another video I want to touch off on these old heads and their failed to grow up. We only care about relationship talk. We're not going to say shit. An asteroid can come down from outer space and hit the eastern seaboard and see tsunamis knocking down Chicago, not Chicago, knocking out New York, Miami, and Boston off the map. We still going to be talking about what the women ain't doing or what the men ain't doing. What's going on, Candy Cane? See you in the chat room. So yeah. So as for Candace Owens, saying that, no. Candace Owens trying to get her black card back, but some of us who remember Candace when she was over here when she was Red Pill Black, when she used to have that YouTube channel called Red Pill Black, we actually remember her. And no, you're not coming back over here trying to get your black card back. Sorry. Not going to happen, babe. Not going to happen. All right. Too bad I have to end this live stream. I'm going to catch me some sleep. Give me some Z's. Yeah, I'm gonna catch me some Z's. I'm gonna get off of here. And shout out to Aaron Fountain, and shout out to people who trying to undermine me. Okay, shout out to the niggas who trying to undermine me now. That's why my donations mean something. Oh, and to the guy who donated $2 to me, you understand those $2 might go against you. Don't think my Cash App is to feed me and for my selfish needs. It's about me need to do something. Well, I keep that to myself. Because I'm not playing with y'all. I view you niggas are in the way. You niggas are being in the way and you're getting in the way. and you are 60 years old and you're trying to contact people who I interviewed. Notice I ain't saying your name. Anyway, let me get off of here. Who is this? What are we supposed to do? Listen. I'm not gonna speak for anybody. I ain't gonna try to tell y'all what to do. Although I'm gonna tell people is get your mind right. Before y'all engage in any of these serious discussions, get your mind right. And like I said, I'm gonna say something too though. Famine is coming. I'm gonna tell this as a person who's in the agricultural space. Famine is coming to America. I'm gonna say it again. Famine is coming. MOT can tell you it too. Famine is coming. That's why you see the food prices going up. Y'all act like it's no, famine is coming. So I suggest y'all to drop all this childish nonsense about the black woman won't let me leave. She won't submit, or the black men are bullet bags. Listen. Nobody when famine hits, nobody is gonna give a two fine fucks about whether black men are bullet bags or whether black women won't submit. Okay, nobody gonna give a flying fuck about that. When you can't eat and you can't drink, it's coming. And I'm gonna say this right now. We are about 2 to 5 years from famine to actually hit. That's all I want to tell y'all. You know. Let me get out of here. Oh, and hold on. Boot your. You know what? I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm gonna I was about to get your ass up out of here, but I'm gonna let your ass stay. Okay? Yeah, let me get out of here. I'm out.
I am not here to debate with anyone. I have devoted all of my adult life to this subject. I only debate with my equals. All others I teach.